We have quite a story to share with you tonight. It is about a car crash that took place last week in Ashtabula County, Ohio, that still tonight has rescue crews shaking their heads in disbelief.
A speeding car flew into a utility pole, splitting the vehicle in half, and somehow the driver survived. John Last has more in this week's edition of The Last Word.
It's another beautiful summer's day, and it's another opportunity to just step back and think about how lucky we are to be alive. And that feeling rings true for some more than others. Take, for example, the driver of this car. He was driving along Route 20 in North Kingsville, Ohio last week when his compact car, a Honda Civic, left the roadway at a high rate of speed. The car hit a mound of grass and dirt and became airborne. The car twisted sideways in midair, then slammed into a utility pole. The impact was so fierce that it caused the pole to move a few inches. The vehicle immediately split in two. The rear of the car remained with the pole. The front of the car, with the driver still inside, flew several more feet, then crash landed. It then slid several additional feet before coming to rest near a fence. The driver not only survived, he walked away from the wreckage under his own power. Kevin Hubbard is the fire chief in North Kingsville. He expected the worst when he arrived at the scene and saw the Honda.
I seen that it was split in two, and then I seen the other end. I figured we were probably going to have a fatality.
The chief was in for a surprise when he exited his car and saw the driver of the wrecked Honda.
And then I got out of the car and walked up, and he was standing there by the police officer. He crawled out himself.
Police Chief Shannon Kraniski says one of his officers was driving on Route 20 before the crash and saw the speeding car come towards him.
He's seen the vehicle, and I do believe he estimated to be doing about 80, 90 miles an hour. The vehicle passed, so he went to turn around on it.
It didn't take the officer long before he saw the mangled metal in two separate front yards along the highway. It's hard to believe, but the driver was ready for the officer's arrival.
He had his arm reached out of the car with his registration insurance in hand.
Emergency crews in North Kingsville have seen a lot of traffic accidents over the years. Fire Chief Hubbard has been with the department for 22 years. Police Chief Kraniski has been on the force for 15 years. They say this crash may be the worst one they've seen, with the most surprising result.
I would say, yeah, in my experience, that's about the worst I've seen, yes. Yeah, unbelievable someone could actually walk away from that, so.
With the last word in North Kingsville, Ohio, John Last, Erie News Now.
Incredible. Although that driver walked away from the wreckage, he was still hospitalized.
And family members told police he may be released as soon as tonight. The driver is a 35-year-old man from nearby Conneaut, Ohio.